author, DL Tillery here, the Mistress of Horror. Welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, but you press that subscribe button, ring that bell so you know when I'm uploading new videos. Welcome back to the writer's vlog. This is probably going to be somewhat short and sweet because what is there to report besides what I probably told you already? No, it's some other stuff. But I'm actually recording this right on Saturday, the day before it's going to air. And a lot of stuff going on that I have to finish compiling, getting together. I finally started utilizing my Adobe Create Studio to do my book covers, and I had it for over a year. I messed with a few things, studied some stuff, and I really recently actually had free time enough to study more. And I decided I had purchased a custom book cover for my poetry collection that, again, you probably are aware if you watched my other vlogs recently, that I plan to release a dark romance poetry collection in February, probably late February. And I had purchased this cover years ago from at the time, a friend who had gotten into doing book covers. I don't care for it any longer. I did at the time, but it just doesn't fit me now. So I decided to just go ahead and make my own cover and start testing the waters. So I will be doing a cover reveal in probably early February. The pre-orders are going to open probably during the launch of the cover reveal. So at the beginning of February, it will publish at the end of February. There will be paperback versions, of course, of the book and ebook versions. I will be doing an audio book version of it. I will be doing the audio recording because I do like to read my own poetry because it is from me and it will be read the way I want it by me. So in that case, but that won't be for a while before the audio book version comes out. That being said, that is the main thing. And my Kickstarter for Caliostro, which I'm going to do my best to launch it by the end of February, no later. I do have some more things to work out before I release it to the public because I have to have time to release the announcement trailer for it and things like that. But we're in January already, second Sunday, so I am really pressed to complete the things that I have in the fire for it. It's a debut novel launch, but it's not my first published work, so I guess I can't necessarily say debut novel because I have released short stories and poetry and other things in magazines, and my short stories are physical books. So it is more my debut full-sized novel, I should say. That being said, they don't always recommend to use Kickstarter for debut novels, but I am going to do it nonetheless. I have seen all the authors do it, and I think I'm going to try my way at it. It's not going to be a very big Kickstarter, but that's where we are. But I would hope the people who are interested, and also my beta readers who had read it, would be interested in trying to support its launch, and maybe some of my fellow author tubers would be interested who wanted to read it, would be interested in backing the Kickstarter. So I will keep you up to date on that, and you should see something on my channel very soon about that. Since I'm planning to launch the actual physical Kickstarter at the end of February, because the book launches in April. I haven't picked the exact date, but you will find that out when the Kickstarter does launch. What else? I did mention all the other projects that I had when I did my 2020, going into 2024. So that stuff I'm currently working on. I'm finishing up the last poems that's going to be in the poetry collection over the next week and a half. And then I have to get it to the formatter. I'll be doing the editing because I don't want my poetry edited by anyone. I will be getting someone to proofread it to make sure that there's no spelling, plus I'll run it through a system and everything like that. This is the only time that I'm not going to actually be paying an actual editor to edit my work. I don't get my poetry edited by editors. I don't want them to touch it. I want it to stay the way it is. It's that way for a reason. That being said, it will still have a proofread, and it will have a formatter, and it still will have those other things. But that's intentional. It is not because I don't want to pay. It's not because of this or that, or I don't think it. Definitely edit all my books. Have professional editors touch my books, of course. But for poetry, I don't do that because it changes the layout of the way I wanted it worded, the way I wanted it expressed. So it's not supposed to be completely grammatically correct for the way I do my poetry. It's poetically told. That's the way I want it. So that being said, that will be done. I have so many things I'm working on that I have to try to make sure that I pull back and I do only the things that are currently going to be happening, and then knock one thing at a time out the park. So the poetry book is #1 right now. Caliostro's Kickstarter is #2, but they're kind of tie in time right now. So those are the main things I'm working on. I do have I'm supposed to do the Goddesses of Writing live stream tonight after this airs, and hopefully some of the other goddesses can make it, but I do have to do it so that way I can get some more work in. I'll probably be finishing up the final poems for the collection before it gets edited and proofread, and then off to the formatter, which is Ahprodite. So yeah, that's supposed to be what I have going on. The things that I didn't mention in my 2024 going into 2024 video was my I did mention it, but I didn't go into it, and I'm gonna go into it a little bit real quick. Is my romance writing. So I do have erotica and romance that I write, and I have 2 pens for those. And I'm going to one of them I've said, Loving Your Heart, and is the name, Loving Your Heart. I can think one of the older author tubers, who actually, he's not on author tube anymore, who kind of came with it when he heard my Loving Your Heart. And Lavinia is my name. It's my middle name, one of my middle names. So that one you will hear. I have another one that I use, but I'm not going to say the name of that one just yet because I'm not sure if I should, because I am going to be publishing something in another book with that name, and I don't know if we're supposed to yet let that out. I'm not secret based for that because I don't care about that. On my website, all of it will be on there as I release stuff for it under my other pen names. So you may see some collaboration between those 2 names for the books. So that being said, I'm working on I have about 20 different stories outlined for my pen names for my romance and erotica stuff. So a lot of stuff in the fire for that one. Once my stuff is outlined, boom, 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 the writing's real quick. Anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about real quick. This is a short and sweet writer's vlog because the stuff is really distinctively on point for this very specific things right now. So, yeah. Anyway, I will see you in the next writer's vlog. So, maybe we'll see you tonight at the Goddess of Writing live stream. We chat and we write. So, see you there, or I'll see you next week. Stay scared.